So welcome to today's video. We will be speaking about using LinkedIn as an effective networking tool, and I will show you 6 tips to use LinkedIn effectively. So I'm using as an example the profile of my friend Hannah Suni, who has already giving me the possibility to use her profile as an example in another article that I wrote. So, if you are like me, or maybe an entrepreneur or a professional, you often go to networking events and you meet many people, potential clients, partners, as well as people who share your interests and values. And so very often, personally, I find myself with my wallet and my desk full of business cards, and if I don't organize them immediately after the event, I may run the risk to forget about the person and where I met this person and when I met them. So I love to follow up my contacts on LinkedIn because LinkedIn really offers some very cool features that are particularly useful for networking purposes. And today I will present a very useful and free tool that is often underused, and this is the Relationship tab. It is a very convenient tool that is available to all LinkedIn users, both free and premium accounts. And it shows you how you're connected to someone, and you can add some information to remind yourself of important details about your relationship and set reminders for future interactions. So if you open a Connections LinkedIn profile on the website or on LinkedIn desktop version, like in this case, this tab, the Relationship tab, is available immediately beneath the profile information of your connection. However, it is not available on the mobile application. So as you can see, there are 2 tabs here, the Relationship tab and the Contact Information tab. So if you click on the Relationship tab, you can see the information related to your relationship with this contact. This information is available only to you, is unique to you and each of your connections. So let's see how we can use this feature for individual connections. And as I said, I will give you 6 tips on how to use it effectively. So let's start with the first one, which is you can find out when you're connected. In fact, LinkedIn will populate the date you originally connected with someone on LinkedIn in this Relationship tab, and this information is available for everyone you're connected to on LinkedIn. And the date you connected may be helpful if you've forgotten, for example, how you connected with the person, and maybe also useful information if you want to keep track of a growing LinkedIn network. The second tip is that you can view the messages that you have exchanged with the person. So if you've shared messages with the LinkedIn connection, these messages will also appear in your list of automatically populated details, and your most recent message exchange appears in the Relationship tab. So I'm using another contact of mine, here we are, with whom I have exchanged messages recently. So you can see this is the most recent message that we have exchanged. And if I click on See More, I can see the thread of messages that we have exchanged. So the entire discussion is visible, and if I click on a specific message, you can see that I can view it in this pop-up window with all the details. So I will go back to my friend Hannah's profile, and we will continue from there our presentation. So this feature that I have just shown you concerning the messages that you have exchanged with the person is very useful. For example, if you're developing a relationship with a connection and don't want to send more than one LinkedIn message a month, you can quickly see when you exchanged your last LinkedIn message. Or if you want to refer to a previous conversation or details, you can quickly access those details before sending out your next message. This is very useful, isn't it? My third tip, you can add notes about your contact. This is the first personalized section that you can edit on the Relationship tab. Here it is. So if you click on the Note tab, you can see a text box is open and you can enter key information here. For example, I don't know, follow up. Okay. And once I've done, I can click on save and I have my note saved here. And here are a few examples on how you can use this section effectively. You can include notes for individuals you know will be attending an event, a conference, or a training session you'll be present at. You can list the person's unique skills, products, or specialities that are relevant to you so that you can easily make reference to them. Or you can, if you have been following up, you can keep track of conversations and progress notes. And if you come up with questions or action items that you want to discuss in your next conversation, you can list them in a note for easy access and record the answers so that you can follow up later. If a person, for example, calls you, you can quickly look up his or her LinkedIn profile and have immediate access to all of your conversations, history, and details that you have chosen to list. So rather than having to ask your contact to remind you, you already have all this information and you can impress this person with your knowledge and the perceived value of your relationship. You can edit, as you can see, a note very quickly, or you can also delete a note. So I've deleted the note as an example, very easy. So my fourth tip, you can set reminders to follow up with the person. And this is a very useful tool, probably the most useful and yet underused tool on LinkedIn, and it allows you to set a one-time or a recurring reminder for a connection. So for example, you can see here 1 day, 1 week, a month. Let's see a recurring connection. I can say meeting, let's make it recurring, and I can say every week, for example, and I can save this information. So when you've set a reminder, you will receive a notification via email with your regular LinkedIn email that reminds you of birthday, anniversaries, or things happening with your network, indicating that you have a reminder. So you can also go to your LinkedIn connection tab here, and you can see you have your pending reminders that will appear here in this section. You can set reminders to follow up with a message or an email, or to send specific information or details that you think that your connection should see, or that the person has requested. You can also set a reminder to follow up with connections that you know will be attending an upcoming event, so that you can connect then with these people in person. And once the item is complete, you can click on mark as complete. I don't have it here because of course it's a reminder that I have just added. And as with notes, I can edit my reminder and let me save it, or I can delete it, and I will delete it in this case. Okay. The other tip, my fifth tip, is you can record how you met using this tab. As you can see, I have already populated this tab with Hannah. I met her through PWA, the Professional Women Association in Rome. So I had added this note in this specific question section. I apologize. And I suggest that you take the time to complete this section for every connection that you have on LinkedIn. I know it can be time consuming, but in the long run, it's worth it. As your network grows and you connect with more people on LinkedIn, at events, during meetings, conferences, it's easy to lose track of why you're connected to people. So take a minute to fill in this section with the details about how you connected or met. This information will help you keep track of your network and build those relationships to grow your business. If someone sends you a personalized LinkedIn connection request stating why he or she wants to connect with you, it's a good idea to copy and paste it in this how you met section. The initial conversations and messages that you exchange when connecting are not transferred to the message list. So if you were introduced to a contact or referred by someone, you can also include that information in this section. So you can just start typing the person's name and LinkedIn will pull the list of connections that match that name. My sixth tip, you can assign tags to categorize connections. Tags are very convenient to quickly categorize your connections. And when searching for connections on LinkedIn, there is a filter to sort by tags, which makes this a very valuable tool for organizing your network. To assign a tag on a connection, you click, as you have seen on the tag tab. You can select one or more of your existing tags, like in this case, for example. So I tagged Hannah as a favorite, or you can add a new customized tags, and you choose add a new tag option. And if you want to assign a new category, you can do that, and the contact will automatically be included in this new category. So it's a good idea to categorize every one of your LinkedIn connections so that you can easily keep track of your growing network, and you can get as creative as you like with your personalized tags title. Now I have some homework to do, so try and implement these tips and let me know how they helped you improve your networking activities online and offline, online on LinkedIn. So just leave a comment in the comment section on my website, or let me know on Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus, or LinkedIn, and I will be pleased to reply to your comments and hear your experiences with this free and often underused tool that LinkedIn offers us. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you soon for my next video on how to network effectively using social media.